Hello everybody, welcome back to Just Shelve It. I'm Jesse Arnold, and today I wanted to bring you a little blast from the past. This is one of the oldest things I have, and I apologize, the quality of it is not very good because I do not have a digital file copy of this at the moment. So if any of my friends out there who were with me at ECTV at Evangel back in the day have the ability to provide me with a better quality version of this, if you've got like any digital backups or something, please let me know. I would love to update a better version of this. But as it stands, this is what I have. So this video I'm going to show you is it's funny. I'm doing with this YouTube channel what this mock show is that I'm going to show you is. So I was in the communications department at Evangel University back in 2001 when this was filmed, or 2000. Wait, 2001. Yeah. And this was filmed just a couple weeks after the events of 9/11. So there was a lot of stuff going on in the world, especially in America, and what was going on with all of that. This video is not about that. It's not, any comments about that are not meant to take that lightly. I feel like it was college students still trying to just figure out how we're getting through stuff. So this was my production shorts class where we had to make a premise of a show, film an episode as if it was an ongoing show, as if it had been going on for a while. So of course I chose to do mine about comic books and action figures. Go figure. So this is the predecessor of Just Shelve It and what this channel is today. I don't think I was aware of YouTube. I don't even know if YouTube was a thing in 2001. It could have been. I don't know. I don't remember when I became aware of YouTube, but it was never something at this time that I was aware of being able to be a part of. So that said, we're gonna get right into this. It is a video. Again, I apologize for the quality of the film. I had to play it on a DVD I have of some things, and the transfer to that was really bad. I think it was on a VHS tape that got transferred to this DVD, and that VHS tape had been left in a car or something, and so it's got like a distortion across the bottom. But it gives it a really nice, authentic, kind of vintage feel. I mean, it feels visually very 1991 maybe. But yeah, this is from 2001. It's it was interesting rewatching this while I was recording it. My voice sounds really weird. I think I was trying to do a character because I used a fake name for the show. And then I had my two actual roommates at the time play my roommates in we were in the studio set on campus. There's two studios. One was kind of permanently set up as the news station, the ECTV, what was that called? The news. Man, I worked on that for years. I can't remember. Anyway, and then, we had the other studio where I set up, made it look like an apartment, brought all my comics and toys and posters and put it up all over the wall. You'll see. Maybe, I don't know. The quality, like I said, is not very good. So, I'm rambling on, which is one of the things I do. Here is my production class shorts video, and its entirety. And I know it's been a long time, but props to my classmates that helped pull this off, that were running the cameras and doing all the technical stuff. This was filmed live. I mean, obviously it was filmed live. And I had kind of written the script that night. I spent the night in that room setting this up. I knew I wanted to talk about stuff, but I kind of did it like I do with this, where I just kind of wing it. But because I had a script, I was more looking at that, and I wasn't as comfortable talking to a camera back then, just because I hadn't done it very much. So, yeah, here is my production shorts, class production, called Special Edition. The website that I give is not authentic. I mean, if it is, it has nothing to do with me. And yeah, so enjoy.
Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Special Edition, your comic book guide on TV. I'm your host, Tim Solomon. Well, I apologize for the condition of the apartment this week. My roommates decided to have a little party last night and didn't feel the need to clean up after themselves. So I'm sorry about that. To get this week started off, we'll go to an email from Bono in the UK. Dear Comic Guy, what's the difference between comic books and comic strips? Well, that's a very simple question and a very easy question to answer. The difference is comic strips, or Sunday comics, or the funny papers as you might call them, are in a much simpler format, usually in black and white except on Sundays when they're in color, and they lean towards the humorous and pointless sides and usually don't have a storyline. Whereas comic books, such as X-Men, Spawn, Warlands, are more action-oriented, dramatic, very serious plot lines, and continue over many, many years of storyline. Before we get to our Best Buys of the Week, we're going to do our artist profile for the week, our featured artist. He is Frank Cho. He is the creator of the Liberty Meadows comic strip, which you will see in some papers across the country. It's kind of questionable, and some families don't like it in the paper, so it's not in some papers. If you'd like to see it in your area, why don't you write to your newspaper and ask for it. It's called Liberty Meadows. It's a very funny strip. He's also known for his original work that he started when he was in college called University Squared, based on the same characters as Liberty Meadows, but slightly different version of them. It's a little bit more crude, and the only way you can get it is through special order. And it was very funny, lots of good artwork in it as well. And you can also get some of his more finer artwork in the Frank Cho Illustrator. It's got some of his watercolors and paintings, pen and ink drawings, rough sketches. It's definitely worth the $20 for it. It's a nice, very nice conditioned book that you can get at your comic book store through special order. All right, coming up next is our Best Buys of the Week. From number one is the Warlands Volume 2 Stormcoat cover for number one. It's a hollow foil cover. It wraps around, so it's on both sides. And it's the beginning of the second volume of the much anticipated Warlands series. Takes place 300 years after the initial storyline. It's a must-have for all you Warlands and fantasy comic fans. Next up is the elusive Lotus figure from the Samurai Spawn figure series. She's very hard to find. It only comes one per case. And don't forget that most toy and collectible stores get their new shipments late Sunday night or early Monday morning. So plan your trips accordingly when looking for hard-to-find figures. Number 3 is Origin number 2, due out next week. This is the second issue in the 6-part miniseries telling the backstory and history of Wolverine, everybody's favorite berserker in comicdom. The series is said to create as many questions as it will answer. Okay, and now we go to our discussion topic for the week, and to help me out is my roommate, Thaddeus McGee. We're going to be talking about movies and the comics in movies. Thaddy, wake up, man.
I haven't pushed in a while.
So anyway, we're going to be talking about comic books and movies today, remember? Yes. Sure you do. Well, you've seen them whether you've known it or not. Dick Tracy, Batman, X-Men, Superman, Blade, believe it or not, was a comic book. Many people don't know that. And then there's such movies as Unbreakable, last year's big hit, which is about comic books in a more realistic and gritty manner than most other movies.
Dick Tracy's a hoot.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And for a full list of comic books in the movies, you can check out our website at www.specialedition.com. Fatty, would you care to tell us a little bit about the plethora of comic movies on the horizon?
I sure would. Well, let's see. What do we have coming out here recently? As I've been, scanning the internet and whatnot, looking at magazines. We have From Hell coming out with Johnny Depp and Heather Graham, which is supposed to be an incredible movie. Coming out real dark and everything. It's based on Jack the Ripper.
And it was a comic book called From Hell. Very obscure. Not many people knew about it. Very dark series.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Profiler show.
And then the ones that are on the horizon that are coming up. See, this one is coming out October 19th.
This Friday.
This Friday it's coming out. But the ones that are kind of on the horizon, you've got the Incredible Hulk. That's coming out. You've got Daredevil. You've got Black Panther. For those of you who like Blade, there's a second one coming out. And the rumors of Superman with Nicolas Cage. Still kind of rumors. No one's really for sure. But they've reworked several scripts, but they're working on that one too.
And
that's about it.
And then there's always, for any of you wanting to go out to rent some, there's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. They're maybe quite childish. I think the first one was the best one myself, but they're also based on comic books that were created back in the 80s. And the movies follow the comics for a good portion of the story. But Fatty, aren't you forgetting one major new one that's coming out supposedly next summer? I've heard there's some postpones due to the tragedies in New York and everything, but everyone's favorite web crawler, Spiderman?
No, actually I saw a preview to that, and I wasn't impressed.
Not impressed?
Not at all.
You want to tell us why?
Well, okay, first of all, okay, and I was a little upset at this, okay? A little upset. Because, okay, first of all, it starts out, I'm watching the preview, I'm in the movies, and I'm seeing the preview coming up, and I'm watching it, and these guys are robbing a bank, and at first it looks cool. It's like, I'm impressed, right? It's all cool. And these guys are robbing a bank, and they come up, and they get in their helicopter and fly away. All of a sudden, boom, the helicopter's not moving now. And I'm thinking at first, whoa, maybe it's a Superman, right? Because, why would a helicopter in midair not be moving? Turns out there's a spider web, piece of webbing attached to the back of the copter. All of a sudden, the copter goes flying back, and it's stuck between these two huge buildings, which is probably the reason for the remake.
The Trade Center.
The Trade Center. But it's stuck between this huge building like a giant spider web. Now, when in comics have you ever seen Spider-Man do that?
I thought it looked kind of
cool. No, okay? And his costume is messed up. Tobey Maguire is Peter Parker? Come on. It was horrible.
I'm sorry. So you're not even interested in the effects or, the story behind it at all?
Well, at first I thought the effects would be kind of interesting. But the costuming of Spider-Man and the fact that Tobey Maguire is playing Peter Parker, they might as well get Mini-Me to play Professor Xavier in X-Men, They could have done that. But no, they had to get Tobey Maguire. I don't think he's going to work. He's just not. He's from Cider House Rules, people. Cider House Rules Spider-Man. Okay. And the costume. Oh my gosh, it's got like the silver and it looks like the PJs you could buy at Walmart or something, like a Halloween costume that you pick up or something like that. This wasn't going to work because he's getting the eyes are all missing or something. That's how Spider-Man was like, oh, yeah.
Well, I think we've gotten all we can out of Fatty for today. Well, thanks for watching this week's episode of Special Edition. Don't forget to visit your local comic book store on Wednesday for the new shipment of comics that are coming out. And remember, Origin 2 comes out next week. Previews were due last week, so if you didn't get to them, you're kind of late for your January issue, so hopefully you can pick them up somewhere else. I have been Tim Solomon. Thanks for watching. We leave you with our shot of the day. It's by Pat Lee, and it's in honor of the September 11th tragedies and the firefighters and policemen that worked. Thanks for watching. Why can't you guys?
So there it was. Hopefully, if you stuck around to this point, you were able to at least hear most of it and enjoy it. Those were two of my good friends, Wes McNew and Mark Yankee. Wes just really, I mean, he had an idea what he was going to do there, but he kind of just ad-libbed most of that. You know, some of it was, you know, made up for the show. I can't remember exactly how he felt about Spider-Man, but I know we were all excited to go see it when it actually came out. But yeah, good times, fond memories. Hard to believe that was 21 years ago already, but yeah. So there it is. Thanks for watching. That's it for this episode of Just Shelve It. Hope you enjoyed that old production short and got to see kind of where all of this I had already been into all this stuff for over 10 years at this point, so this was kind of a fun way to bring it back, and here I am 20 years after that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and as always,